How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Michael Jordan, still to this very day, regarded as the best basketball player who's ever lived. A career and legacy left unmatched. His impact on the sport greater than anything you could put into words. The accomplishments speak for itself. The name, the brand, all across the planet. The name Michael Jordan, one of the most popular and most recognizable figures to this very day. After displaying years of consistency and greatness on the hardwood, many were quick to find who's the next Michael Jordan, unfairly holding other guys to crazy standards who plays a little bit like him but nearly impossible. It's clear there will never be another Michael Jordan. Although some could play like him, have a similar skill set, just like the late great Kobe Bryant. Another all-time great player in his own right, while LeBron James has been the most accomplished player post-Jordan era, exceeded all heavy expectations, many consider James number 2 all-time. While a couple other players had heavy burdens since coming to the league, many started attaching the MJ label before any of these players can develop any real NBA credentials. With that said, let's take a look at 5 players, not named Kobe Bryant, drafted in the 1990s, who were called the next Michael Jordan, and what happened to their careers, and what finally made everyone detach their names to MJ. Starting with Harold Miner of the Miami Heat, the player who's easily the least accomplished who's ever been compared to MJ, the 12th pick of the 92 draft at 6'5", 210, very similar in size, even nicknamed Baby Jordan. The bald head, spectacular dunks, tongue out, while Michael Jordan at the height of his basketball powers, winning championships, dominating the league like no one has ever seen. Nobody was seeking to be the next Magic Johnson or the next Larry Bird. All eyes were focused on athletic scorers similar to MJ's body frame between the 6'4" to 6'8" category. Minor 3 seasons at USC, collegiate numbers of 23.5 points over 5 boards. College numbers can look very flawed when other grades are limited in the coach's system. Many of the NBA's greatest didn't have the best college stats. Minor Sports Illustrated 1992 College Player of the Year even wore number 23. While Jordan came off winning his second championship, many gushed about the potential Miner and Jordan rivalry down the line. All that short hype came into fruition December 30th, 1992, the Heat vs. the Bulls. 18 games, despite a slow rookie start, Miner came off having 2 of his best early career performances, a 19-point career game versus rookie Shaq at the Magic, followed by an 18-point game versus the Lakers, back-to-back wins. His biggest test, deemed as Baby Jordan, playing against the truly real Jordan.
Point guard spot, Miner will play against one of his idols. I'm not going to say that Jordan's his only idol.
Shined bright, first half, helped his Heat to a 4-point lead at the half, even had a jumper on MJ. Off the bench with 10 points, Jordan acquired 9 first half points. At that moment, the hype was real. Of course, Jordan took that personally. Likely irate, a 21-year-old will be compared to him, absolutely went nuclear, destroyed everybody on the Heat, and simply took over the game, scored 30 points in the second half. Miner held scoreless by MJ, got a taste of Jordan's greatness, and quickly realized there can only be one Jordan, who went 5-1 regular season head-to-head matchup versus Miner, who lasted just 4 total seasons in the league. His last game also fittingly came against Jordan's Bulls, going scoreless, career numbers of 9 points, just 200 games, unnecessary amount of pressure, everybody craving to see another version of Jordan. Miner proved nothing to be more than just a bench player. The highlight of his career, winning 2 dunk contests, was never gonna come anywhere close to the goal. It did appear all the pressure killed his confidence, combined with knee injuries, no mobility before the 97 season, out the league by 25, and retired entirely from the sport of basketball. Latrell Sprewell, at 6'5", 190, the Wisconsin native grew up in a tough, hostile environment, a household where there were constant family drama, played organized ball for the first time his senior year in high school, averaged 28 a game, took the JUCO route, labeled a hard worker and defensive specialist, spent his last 2 seasons at the University of Alabama, picked by Golden State with the 24th pick, made second team all-rookie out of nowhere, scored over 15 points a game on a team with high-power stars in Chris Mullin and Tim Hardaway after the shocking retirement of Jordan, and point guard Hardaway out for the year with a knee injury. Second-year Sprewell burst onto the scene, averages of 21 points, nearly 5-5 and over 2 steals, the leading scorer on a 50-win playoff team, an all-star, even made first-team All-NBA as Jordan's guard replacement, combined with defensive second team, appointed as the next big shooting guard. At the time, it wasn't fully guaranteed Jordan was ever going to return at all, the 23-year-old having a bright future as arguably the best shooting guard in the league when Jordan was out. The Warriors suffered heavy injuries in Sprewell's 3rd season, no playoffs. Once MJ announced his comeback, the Sprewell hype died down down quickly. An erratic attitude forced some teammates after posting his best numbers of over 24 points in '97, December 1st of that year, forever known as the infamous incident, choked head coach PJ Carlesimo. After a 1-13 start, frustrations rammed up, suspended the next 68 games. Irreparable damage, a huge blackout on his legacy no matter how you look at it. Traded to the Knicks after 5 solid seasons, averaged between 16 to 20 a game with New York, led the team to 1 finals, 2 more seasons with Minnesota before turning down a 3-year $21 million deal, never became the superstar many thought after his second season, still a 4-time All-Star, a very good career, but quickly overshadowed by the Reggie Millers and then the young Kobes of the world. Grant Hill, the Duke prodigy drafted in '94 by the Pistons, the lanky 6'8" small forward, had a similar game to LeBron, elite handles, can rebound, pass, strong finisher at the rim, and insanely quick first step. After 4 seasons at Duke, Hill filled up the stat sheet, averaged nearly 26 and 5, 2 steals on 48% shooting, then all of a sudden led the league in All-Star voting by his second season, even more boasts than 72-win Chicago Bulls Jordan. That level of hype was insane. Numbers of 20, 10, and 7 filled up the stat sheet, led Detroit to a 54-win team, was third for MVP voting at the height of his powers in the 2000 season, numbers of nearly 26, 7, over 5 dimes, but a brutal ankle injury led to his downfall, had ongoing ankle issues. The following 4 seasons, missed 357 of a possible 492 games. Wasted years in what's supposed to be his prime. Hill was never fully healthy, playing with young T-Mac briefly in Orlando. Did become an All-Star again in 2005, but a shell of himself by then, adapted to becoming a good role player with Steve Nash's Suns, his mid to late 30s as a double-digit scorer, even played until age 40, made the Hall of Fame. Here's a classic interview with Dan Patrick on if Hill thought he was as good as MJ.
Do you think you were as good as Jordan? At that time?
You know what? I think certain players, when you're at a certain level and top 5, 10, whatever, top 20 in the league, you feel like you're the best player on the court. And so when I stepped on the court, even against Jordan, I always felt like I was the better player.
In his 15 games versus Jordan, Hill averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds, nearly 7 assists. Jordan over 26, 7, and an assist shy, but the GOAT won 12 of the 15 matchups. If it wasn't for those injuries, Hill might have been a top 15 player all time, somewhere in the hybrid between LeBron James and Scottie Pippen. Jerry Stackhouse played 2 seasons at MJ's alma mater, literally the same exact size, 6'6", 218, wore number 23 in college, averaged over 19 points, 8 rebounds his second year at UNC. Just like Jordan, picked third in his '95 class, flourishing in the golden era of greatness of Jordan, many constantly look for the next MJ. A good shot creator, super athletic, and a competitive motor, Stackhouse averaged nearly 20 a game as a rookie for Philly, while Damon Stoudemire received more attention from the expansion Raptors that earned him Rookie of the Year. Stack shifted out after just over a season playing with rookie Allen Iverson, shipped to the Pistons knowing AI was going to be the franchise player, but Stackhouse's attitude, always wanting to be number 1, has some solid seasons with the Pistons, 2 All-Stars, even nearly averaged 30 a game in the 01 season, but took 24 shots to get there, numbers that didn't always translate to winning. Not very efficient, career shooting of under 41%, never shot 44% in any season, playing alongside old Wizards Jordan, the worst time of Stackhouse's career, recalling he felt he was the better player at age 29 than an old MJ. His lone season with Jordan, the last 2 months, Jordan was 40, Stack did average 21.5 points on 41% shooting. Blame Doug Collins for giving old MJ the benefit on offense. Stackhouse didn't play as a team player, always tried to take it upon himself, then traded once again. His numbers regressed every season since, a good role player off the bench when he adapted his role for Dallas between 2005 to 2009, a good individual talent and scorer, but struggled as a team player in his prime years. Vince Carter, one of the most hyped up draft prospects, also played for Jordan's alma mater, the Tar Heel phenom. Vincent Lamont Carter Jr., one of the most athletic players to ever step foot in the NBA. If Carter's remembered for the best in any category, many viewed him as the greatest dunker the NBA has ever seen at 6'7", 215, 2 Final Fours in 3 years at UNC. The 21-year-old picked 5th in the '98 draft. ESPN ran a feature comparing Carter and Jordan, the two's athletic ability side by side.
The latest look-alike most closely profiles the infant Mike. Tar Heel pedigree, dazzling smile,
leaves school early, becomes team go-to guy, resurrects Hoopstead City, jumps over the moon.
Athletic-wise, from Air Jordan to Vinsanity, even ran a graphic of the rookie number comparisons. Carter did burst onto the scene, surreal hype Air Canada, had the most electrifying moment in slam dunk contest history, effortless display, the leading all-star vote getter over the likes of Shaq, Kobe, and Iverson between 2000 to 2002 and also 2004. The 8-time all-star didn't quite turn out to be like Mike when it was clear after 2002, Kobe and Iverson a level above Vince. Then came the D-Wade and LeBrons of the world. Carter did have an insane playoff duo in Game 7 down to the wire semis 0-1 versus the Sixers. His career might have turned out differently. 22 seasons, spent his last 10 years as a role player, only 2 All-NBA teams, in an era of loaded guards, arguably a top 10 player at his very peak. Carter's Jordan hype died down after the 02 season, after missing the final 22 games that season due to injury. Had some exciting moments in New Jersey with backcourt Jason Kidd, but never made it past the second round with the Nets. Didn't quite take the 2010 Magic over the hump. Once his athleticism declined, Carter did not have an effective post-game like a Kobe. Played for 8 different teams, ended up a very respectable bench player after 2012, likely one of the few guys on deck that just missed the NBA's top 75. A brief mention of Penny Hardaway, who didn't quite play like Jordan, way more Magic Johnson than Michael with his insane passing abilities, started his career as a 6'7" point guard, the 3rd pick in the 93 draft. Penny and young Shaq looked like they were going to be the future dynasties. Eliminated Jordan's Bulls in 95, the semis, made it all the way to the finals in year 2, then won 60 games in the 96 season, nearly averaged 22.7 assists, 3rd on the MVP ballot, 1st team All-NBA his 2nd and 3rd year over the likes of Gary Payton, on his way to a Hall of Fame career after 96. If you were to build your team around the superstar the next 10 years, at that point, there wasn't going to be more than 3 names before mentioning Penny. But after Shaq decided to take his talents to the Lakers, Penny's downfall in the 98 season dealt with knee injuries, causing him to miss over 60 games his last All-Star year, lost tons of explosiveness. His knee never became the same, more surgeries later, became a role player, played just 704 career games while retiring at age 36. Honorable mentions includes J.R. Ryder, even Felipe Lopez in high school, Allen Iverson, a unique undersized scorer, and Tracy McGrady, all labeled as the next MJ briefly, but only Kobe Bryant even sniffed similar success with plenty of Jordan-like moments throughout his career. Thank you so much for watching this video. Which one of these players, out of Harold Miner, Latrell Sprewell, Grant Hill, Jerry Stackhouse, and Vince Carter, coming into the league or in their rookie season or sometime in their 2nd season, did you think was going to be the closest to Michael Jordan? Did you ever think Harold Miner had a chance, or was that all hype? What about Latrell Sprewell after Golden State, after making 1st team All-NBA when Jordan retired? Grant Hill literally was unstoppable his first 6 seasons in the league. Jerry Stackhouse, pretty good college player, and Vince Carter had all the athleticism in the world. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching again. I love all of you. You want to learn more about NBA history? Just hit the subscribe button. More good stuff coming soon. See you next time.